this video, I'm going to give you a tour of my home gym setup, the original Man Factory that I've named the website and my online coaching business after. So the setup is in my parents' basement. This is the outside entrance to that basement. It's all hand-formed limestone walls that my dad built starting in the late 80s when he bought this property. So I'll just take you downstairs here and show you my setup. You can see he's a traditionalist, my dad. He went with the stonework all the way down, 2-foot thick walls, and the door just shut, so it's completely dark right now. I'll just switch on the light here. There we go. So as you can see, this is a full basement with the stone walls throughout. There's no blocks or poured concrete here. Even the support pillars are hand-formed stonework by my dad. We've got a lot of stuff stored down here at the moment, but over here is where the gym is. It's a little messy right now. I've got my adjustable bench here. There's a leg extension machine on there at the moment, and one of my 2 standard Olympic bars. Over here is where I keep my extra equipment. I've got a storage rack here where my pull-down machine sits, and also leg press machine. This machine was modified after it broke a few years back. The main joint down here snapped while I was doing heavy leg press one day. This machine is designed to fit into the bench here, and I was doing leg press here when the machine suddenly broke. So you can see that triangular brace of metal, there's actually one on each side, 2 triangular braces, is welded on to the machine, and this support post is extra thick steel. I think it's 1/8 inch thick walls as opposed to the standard 1/16 inch thick. So I made those welding modifications to this machine, as well as adding this ash wood pushing platform to make the machine more robust and able to handle the strain of the heavy weights I wanted to put on there. So that's some of the equipment over here. And of course on this side is the most important piece of equipment, aside from the barbells, squat cage. So I've got my safeties in here, some clips, and my second Olympic bar stored here in the cage. I also use this cage to do pull-ups. You can see up here there's one pull-up handle. The other one actually broke off recently. I've been meaning to fix that. I still plan to do so, just weld it back on. But until then, I've just been doing pull-ups from the bar itself, just putting it up to the highest hole here on the cage and doing pull-ups that way, which works fine. So over here, beside the chest freezer, is where I keep my lifting shoes, and also these dip bars, which are designed to fit into the side of my squat cage. I think that every home gym should be equipped to facilitate full body weight dips, or even added extra weight beyond the body weight. So these bars here have a thick steel pin, and they're designed to fit into the holes on the side of the squat cage. So you just set up one bar on each side of the cage, remove the squat safety bar down here, and you can do dips quite easily on the side of the squat cage. So over here is my plate tree. You've already seen a couple of my plates right now are on the bench, but I've got my 45s on this side. There's 4 45s in total. And on the other side, the 35s. And then there's 4 25s. 2 of those are on the bar right now. 4 10s and 12 5 plates. Plus some extra weight down here, some more 10s, 5s, and 2.5s. I've got a set of adjustable dumbbells. There's only one here at the moment. Not sure where the other one is. It's around here somewhere. And then an ab roller for core work. And over here I've got 2 bumper plates, which I like to use for deadlift And occasionally for squats or bench, not that you need bumper plates for those, but just makes me feel mentally better to be lifting something that looks bigger sometimes. So sometimes I use the bumper plates for those lifts as well. Over here I've got some more barbell clips. A little poster of Franco Columbu deadlifting like 780, something like that. Keep me inspired. And this empty whey protein jug that I actually use for lifting chalk. I just keep a block of lifting chalk in there, and I can keep my hands nice and dry for doing any lifts. It's a convenient spot. Up here on this hand-hewn beam that my dad built for the support of the upstairs floor, I've got a hook hanging, and this is where I keep my leather lifting belt. It's a pretty heavy-duty one. The brand is Shike. Am I pronouncing that right? I don't know. And then also my dip belt from Riptoned. So it's just a convenient spot to keep those two things. And over here on these hanging shelves, I keep my other kind of extra equipment. Got a pair of knee sleeves here, a pair of elbow sleeves. There's some wrist wraps, some fat grips for if I want to do some more grip work. This mirror, of course, is hanging here so I can check my form when I'm in the squat cage. And finally, over on these shelves, alongside all these tools and things, I've got some extra handles. So down here is a rope handle for the pull down machine, good for doing tricep work. Got another pull down machine handle. This can be used for horizontal rows as well. A standard wide pull down machine handle for extra wide lat work. And also, I don't know if you can see it here, it's pretty dark, but there's a weighted vest in here that holds up to 35 pounds in 2-pound increments. So sometimes that's useful for doing pull-ups or other body weight work when your body weight is not quite enough. And that's my setup. This is the original Man Factory. There's the sign I first put up when I built the place. And so far it's given me all the space and equipment I need to train and make some pretty serious progress. So I believe in home gyms. I think that you can make just as good progress in a properly equipped home gym as you can anywhere else. So I hope you've enjoyed this tour of my setup, and maybe it's inspired you to build your own home gym too. Thanks for watching.